You're back in Willie B's garage.
Hell yeah, Willie B's Garage. What up, knuckleheads? Glad you're here. Appreciate the time. My man Steve Hayes in studio. Sean Kenny couldn't make it today. What up, Sean? Hope work is as good as this.
Yeah, Sean.
All right, so a couple things. Unbelievable that the Bullet Mustang hit the hammer at $3.4 million. Can you believe that damn Mustang went for $3.4 million?
Car people are stupid.
Oh, my
That is
God,
crazy.
dude. So, yeah, man, it's just unreal. So it was, I love how they say it was no reserve at the Mecum auction and in Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah.
So, it's a special Mustang in the sense that it was the true Bullet Mustang, but it's not that special of a Mustang.
No,
you know?
it's not a special car at all.
$3.4 million, man.
Wow.
That's nuts. That's bananas. That's why do we use fruits and vegetables? It's crazy, right? Think about that. So I got to ask Sterling, whose 3D printed Lamborghini has garnished so much attention in the last, 10 to 15 months. This thing is now worldwide. Now it's got the attention of Lamborghini, which brings him to the phone today. Sterling, you are killing it, Smalls. Every time I see it, I'm like, go, dog, go, yeah. I'm like, that's our boy right there, man. Yeah.
What's up, boys? You guys having a good New Year?
Yeah,
Man, it's good.
Yeah, it's great. How about you, boss? You got a hell of a story, man.
Let me tell you, it's been a real roller coaster ride. We got a call about 2.5 months ago.
Hold on, let's preface this and catch everybody up that may not know exactly what you're getting all this attention for.
Sure.
So take a step back and explain what started out as a father-son project has really morphed into something incredible.
Yeah. We my son asked me one day when we were playing a video game if we could actually build a real Lamborghini Aventador, and being a car guy, I'm like, well, yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a new project anyway. So he didn't have to twist my arm, and we started constructing a car. We were going to do it, with standard coach building techniques, steel and all that. And then I saw how 3D printing really came into its own, and so we decided, hey, let's try 3D printing the body and encapsulating it in carbon fiber. It was all a really big experiment. We didn't know if it was going to work as well as it has.
So you have basically 3D printed a Lamborghini. Now, explain, there's no place to go online. All right, let me go online. 3D Lambo instructions. Click download. It's not like there's not a place where you go, Google, directions to 3D print a Lambo. Enter.
Sir. Yeah, it was there. We embarked on this project knowing very little. So a lot of it was an experiment. We've had quite a number of failures. In the people I've talked to, I've outlined that very succinctly, that we've failed many, many times with a lot of trying to do this. But we stuck with it.
Those aren't failures. Those are just ways not to do it.
Yeah, no, it's ways to learn, right?
Right.
Failure is one thing, but learning from your failures is another.
That's the best teacher, man. I always say that.
Yeah.
Failure is the best teacher.
Yeah. And when we brought it to in August, it revealed some other issues that we were having with the car, and we've been able to since fix those.
Wow.
So YouTube University, big thumbs up there, because that's where we've learned a lot of what we've done.
So you basically explain where you would go about and say the front fenders or the hood or something. You go and you find somebody that's got a like a CAD of it or a thing, or can you put in measurements and spec it out yourself and have the computer design it and you print it? Do you print in pieces? How big are the pieces you could print? Explain that to somebody trying to visualize what your car aesthetically looks like.
Sure, you're exactly right, Willie. I mean, it's what we've done is I found a CAD model of a 10th scale Lamborghini Aventador. It was a coupe model.
A 10th scale model.
Yeah, a 10th scale. Wow.
And then we know the wheelbase and the track width, so we blew it up full size in the computer program.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then we started changing some of the panels because we wanted to do a wide body, so it's 100 millimeters wider than a normal Aventador in the rear and 50 millimeters in the front. So then, we go in, we basically take, what's that?
It's a perfect, on my wide body, I went 3 inches on each fender in the back and 1.5 inches in the front. Just for whatever reason, if you double it or cut it in half in the front, that Coke bottle look is very pleasing to the eye. Whether it's a Lambo, an old Charger, or whatever, that ratio in the hips, it makes the car, when you look at it, just really fluid and really sick. So I'm like, yeah, man, I appreciate what you did there. That's funny. I did the exact same thing.
I love it. Yeah, it's a great way to go. And the real Lamborghini, they just tack on these fenders, and it looks not very good. So that's what we could do with the CAD program, is we could actually make fenders that fit the bill. And then we would section them up because we were using a desktop 3D printer from Amazon. Everybody thinks we're using some industrial $1 million, printer for doing these things. And no, we're using a $900 3D printer from Amazon.
Wow.
And we print the whole body on that in sections. We glued the sections together. It takes about a week to print an entire panel. And then we started the process of trying to encapsulate them in carbon fiber because the panels themselves in plastic would not last out in the environment.
So you encapsulated the entire car basically in carbon fibers. Now, when you say that, is that going to create that smooth finish that you couldn't necessarily get via the 3D print end result?
It's going to allow us to do standard bodywork techniques on the car so that we can paint it in some places and show off the carbon fiber in other places.
Wow.
So, I've been going back and forth on what I'm going to paint it. And after driving that real Aventador, which was had red on it, we called it the Black Widow. That's what I'm going with.
Wow.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wow.
Now, explain what is recently happening. He first, got a lot of attention back about a year ago. He was in the news about, wow, he's 3D print, because it really started shaping up and people started noticing and going, wow, this is kind of insane. He opted for you still have the LS in it, I imagine?
Yes, of course, and the twins. Yep.
And all of a sudden, man, more and more people started seeing this car and the job that he and his son have been doing on it. And for whatever reason, people started really getting, just entertained by it. And they appreciate it. And it's a really cool story. It's a really cool project. It's one of those scenarios where you're like, if you just simply ask yourself, why can't I do this? A lot of times you'll find out that you can.
Yeah.
Right?
What
Because
are you
there's nothing
capable
standing in your way.
Yeah.
If you really put your mind to it. So it's a really great story that's unfolded, but now it's gone next level. So explain what's happened recently.
So like I said before, about 2.5 months ago, I got a phone call from a little kind of well-known company called Lamborghini.
Wait. Okay. What? I know you had to look at your phone and say, "Oh yeah, this is a solicitor, right?"
Well, I noticed the country code on it, and I in my business, I do deal with people all over the world, so I knew somebody from Italy was calling me.
Okay.
Damn.
But I didn't know what it was about. Then so on the other end of the phone was Katya Bassi, who is the chief marketing and communications officer for Automobili Lamborghini.
Wow.
What? He wasn't having a
Yep.
dude from Highlands Ranch Lamborghini call him.
No.
He was having the man.
Yeah.
Italy, country code. I didn't answer the phone like, hey, what?
Right? yeah, this isn't the guy from Beverly Hills Lamborghini.
No, definitely not. So she was very, very nice on the phone, and she told me basically that they at the factory they really loved the project, they loved what we were doing, and they had a little project they wanted to work with us on.
Wow.
Y'all
And
understand?
so
Lamborghini is calling here.
I'm seriously sitting there going, okay, I've just received a call from the Pope, and he's coming to dinner.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Imagine, what were you doing at the time, man?
Right.
What moment is frozen in time? Were you on the toilet? Were you had you had a 10 millimeter in your hand? What time is it? Where was it when the Earth stopped moving?
Yeah, I was actually at work. So I was sitting in front of my computer at work doing some physics, and that's when I got the call.
Something you'll never hear me say.
Yeah, right.
My computer
Doing some what?
Doing some physics. You mean stretching out?
Spell that? Yeah.
Jumping jacks? What?
Yeah.
All right. So, wow, dude, the big marketing person at Lamborghini calls him
That's right.
Wow.
and says the guys love your project. Think about that. That is across the pond. When people in Italy are so excited about your project, they want to do something with you. You had to be like, something similar in my life. When Pink's called me and asked me to be on their show, so I never have tried out audition for anything on TV. Pink's came through town in 2008. The guy, Bob Ecker, who was VP of programming for Pink's, came up to me after the show and said, you ever thought about doing TV? And I was like, hell no. Look at his face, cuz. I'm bald, man. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to call you in a couple weeks and talk to you about a position. And I thought he was just blowing smoke up my ass.
Right.
And literally like 8 days later, he calls me and says, I'm going to put you on your favorite show. At the time, that was my favorite show.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to get in front of a bar and watch it every Thursday night, man. Like, it was like a big thing. And I about peed myself. I was like,
Yeah, no, it was like that, Willie. It was. She heard static for a few seconds, where I was just trying to, wrap my brain.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where you got the phone completely away from your head for a
Yeah,
second.
Yeah.
exactly.
Regroup.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Regroup
Like,
and then come
what
back
is-
to it
what's
like,
going
okay,
on
no.
here?
Who are you again?
Yeah.
can you repeat
Am
all that?
am I just waking up from a bender? I mean, what the hell happened?
Yeah,
So-
where's Ashton Kutcher? I know. Where's
right.
the guy from?
So you got to tell us what the project is, what they laid out, and how. I mean, when you heard her say the guys in the shop or guys in the back love your project, what went through your mind? What at that moment?
I'm blown away. I mean, these guys make world class, just amazing vehicles, and as a kid, I had a Countach poster on my wall. It was, Lamborghini was like God to me. It was just, that was the epitome of supercars. And I've always loved the brand. It's always been, my favorite. Even though I'm a muscle car guy as well, Lamborghini's always been the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was mind blowing, Willie. It was just absolutely.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
I can't even put it into words, right?
Right. So what was their offer? What did she spell out for you? What was would you like to do something with us? I'd be like,
Yeah. What do you want me to do? I mean, who do you need me to kill?
right.
It's like,
Yeah, exactly, man. I was
a lot like
lick
that.
any Lambo you got.
Yeah. And so they outlined that they wanted to do. So last year they had done a Christmas video, and they wanted to do another one, but they wanted to focus it on our project and our family. And the way they're doing their brand right now is they're saying, it's about passion, it's about love, it's about emotion for their vehicles. And so they have a campaign called Real Lover, and that's what it was based on. So you should go see the video they did last year. It was pretty cute. I really liked it. They did a good job.
And what are they doing this year?
And then, so yeah,
I bet you
this
like
year,
it more.
I bet it's a little cuter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they flew. So basically, I was under a non-disclosure agreement, so I couldn't tell anybody about what was going on. And this was, a month or so in the planning, and then they hired a production company called Indiana Production. Great bunch of people. And they flew 25 people out from Italy to do a little commercial with us.
Wow.
And yeah, I know, right? And the premise was that what was going to happen is they were going to sneak a real Aventador into my garage in place of my project. And then my son Xander was going to come out and expect to see our project and actually see the real Lamborghini there. And his reaction was priceless.
Wow. So did he know about it beforehand, or did you?
He had no idea. He had no idea. He just thought it was another interview that we were doing, because we had done, I think, maybe 27 at that point. And, various different crews came over to do the videos and whatnot. And so he was really none the wiser for what was going on or who was doing this. So he was, everybody says, oh, this was, we got a lot of the comments back like, oh, these guys are actors and, this was a big setup. And I'm like, yeah, bull. It was all real. And his reaction to seeing the car was not fake. It was genuine.
Wow.
He just sat there with his jaw dropping down. And I had already seen the car because he was out when they replaced it. And I had the same reaction he did.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And as a gift, they left the Aventador S Roadster with us for 2 weeks.
Wow. So
over
you
Christmas.
basically got a real legit Lambo for a couple weeks just to go play and, run the boy back and forth. Hey, you need to go to the store. We need some more milk.
Yeah.
Why you keep buying a quarter
you
gallon of milk?
got it now, Willie. You know what I'm. Yeah. You know what I did.
Wow.
Yeah, we decided that since we were so blessed that we were going to share the car, and we must have had at least 150 people in that car.
Oh yeah.
I dropped him off at school, and then we pulled it around and parked it in front of the school so all the kids could come out and take their pictures and see the car and do all of that. Dropped my daughter off at school so all the moms could come out and jump in the car and take pictures and stuff. And
how old is your son?
Took it to a firehouse in Boulder, so that the firemen could check it out. And,
Hey, question for you. The 2
we
weeks
just shared the car.
in the 2 weeks that you owned it, how many people asked you what kind of gas mileage does it get?
Right.
Everybody.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
my dad asked me, what
Yeah.
kind of gas mileage you get out of that? I'm driving a hot rod, 542 cubic inch, big block 70 Charger. What kind of gas mileage you get out of that? Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure the local gas station was probably going, oh, here, it's back again.
Yeah.
So
Because I was there every day.
What kind of gas mileage does it get? Shut up.
How many miles have you put on it?
I think I put about $1,000 on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
yeah.
that's so much fun, man.
Man, talk about being the king of the pack. You pull up to the kid's school and that.
Oh,
He gets
geez,
out.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, he's probably got 3 or 4 girlfriends now.
Yeah, man. Marketing.
My favorite story is when I picked up my daughter in the car. All the moms that were in their cars looking at me kind of like, what's he compensating for? And then a teenager came up behind me and asked if he could take a picture of the car. And I said, well, yeah, but wouldn't it be better if I took a picture of you sitting in it? He just looked like I just made his year. So he got in the car. We started taking pictures and stuff, and then all the moms came out of their cars and wanted pictures too. So it was fun. We had a good time with the car. So we had a lot of fun.
During that 2-week period, did one of the Lamborghinis have to sit outside?
No, my wife, who doesn't like cars, had to give up her garage for the real one.
Was there
but, hey, let me tell you, Willie, she loved that car.
Really?
And now she gets it.
Awesome.
And now she understands what it's about.
That's good, man.
That was gold right there.
She got bit by the bug.
Yeah, man.
She got bit by the bug. That's right. That's exactly right.
Scratch her back a little bit. Say, yeah, feels good, doesn't it? All right, I got to ask another question. Did they pay you?
No, not a dime.
Really? They just said, "Here's the car, and there you go." All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't think that's not what this project is about. This, eventually this project is about, educating kids and getting kids interested in the trade. And
who knows where it leads?
In cars and science and technology and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and it's definitely not over. Yeah,
no.
it's
definitely
just
not over.
Yeah, the wheels are just starting to turn.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I saw kids just, when we were driving the real thing, their jaw just on the sidewalk while they saw us driving up, and then I just pull over and say, "Come on, get in the car, check it out, take some pictures."
Oh man,
I mean, it's hard. Just it just brought so much joy to people, and that's what I really miss that particular car, is because it just brought so much joy over the holidays. It was awesome.
I never go shopping, but guess what? I'm going to Sprouts today. Do you need a
Right.
soda? Do you
Okay,
want an
Willie,
apple?
I'm going to send you the video of us going through the McDonald's drive-through in that thing.
Oh God, please, dude,
man,
that's so
yeah.
badass.
My eldest daughter said, "Hey, let's drive-through," and I said, "That's America right there. So that's what we're doing."
Yes.
Damn, man. Give me 2 cheeseburgers and 1 small Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, you love the look on the face of the guy who was at the drive-through.
Wait, no. Give me a value meal.
Yeah. That is funny.
I only
man.
got $2. I need the dollar menu.
Wow, man. Did you ever think this project, how many years ago now has it been? Did you ever think it would turn into, I mean, dude, this is something you and your son and your family are going to share. When you're 90, bro, you're going to be like, man, let me tell you this Lambo story.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a
it's epic.
pivotal story. And when you look at your storyline in your life, what a huge, shoom on the graph, right? What a massive ascend.
Oh, yeah.
Just memories, experiences, fun, shared laughs, excitement.
Yeah.
Just the WTF moments that is brought to you. What a crazy, crazy just experiment gone, life-changing for you and your family.
You're exactly right, Willie. And the big thing that we brought away from this, other than the obvious, was all of the people we met from Lamborghini and from the production company was not a dud in the bunch. They were all just like, they were classy and down to earth all at the same time. It was just an amazing crew of people. I was blown away.
Yeah, man.
And I think that's one of the big things I'm going to remember is just how cool people can be in those types of positions.
And it's surprising for a lot of people because companies, when you think of the word corporate or companies, we're inundated with like, oh, they suck, they're bad, they're always this and that and the other. But when a company survives and a company thrives, that's a good sign that the product they're making, right, people want and is desired, and they do a good job. And
exactly.
and it's a very, like, companies aren't all bad.
Right,
You know,
right.
we get this connotation that all companies and, every CEO is bad, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's some bad apples that ruin the whole bunch. But some companies have a great mindset, have great people working at the top, and they really do care about, think about it. They care about getting that message out, tying families together. They cared enough about this project not to come in and stomp it out, but to say, hey, this is great. Let's make this really cool video. Let's surprise a person in your family. Let's pat you on the back. And again, all in the name of the holidays and the season. And that's a great thing. And again, people are just flooded with, you got to hate companies. Reality is, no, you don't. There's great ones out there.
That's cool, man.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. I made a whole new bunch of friends, and Katya and her other marketing director, Pietro, they're my friends now. They feel like family,
That's
because
Pietro,
they're
is
so
that the
cool.
guy from Chrysler?
There's a guy in Chrysler
What's
named
that?
Pietro.
Yeah, that's wow.
Pietro Donati is his name. He's the director of marketing. He's an amazing individual. He came out just this Wednesday to have dinner with us.
Is he? Wait, is that the same guy that does Chrysler?
I don't think so.
Is that the Pietro that does Chrysler?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a different name. To hear that name twice.
Because I know
and their car guys,
the guy over, that does Daimler Chrysler, he's Pietro too.
Pietro Gorlier.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not his. That's not this guy.
Well, strong to be Pietro in the automotive world.
Yeah.
Well, man.
Well, you got a boy coming. I don't know. Think about it.
So, all right. Look, man, I got to tell you, that is an incredible story. That is mind-blowing to be in your shoes and your son
Epic.
and your family, for that matter.
Yeah.
And what a great... dude, I'm so happy for you. What a great experience for you and your family. And I'm thankful you shared it with us, man. Great job, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love talking to you guys, and I'll talk to you anytime you want to chat.
Hell yeah, man.
And I'm now on task to make sure I can drive this thing to the car show this year.
Sweet.
Yes. I can't wait, dude. Just
My
awesome.
goal.
Well, good, man. I hope I'll be there too. I'm trying to get some things done on my wide body this year too, so maybe we can both share in the same spot. Last year we're pushing him there. Maybe this year we're driving him.
Yeah, that would be an honor.
Yeah, man. All right, Sterling. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Appreciate all you're doing and all the things you're doing and showing, how great a father-son project can turn out, man. That's really incredible.
Yeah, and even Mama picked up the bug.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah.
Right
Thank
on.
you, Willie.
All right, brother.
It's been great. I appreciate everything you've done for us as well.
Yeah, man. We'll stay
So
in
you
touch.
take care.
I'll talk to you soon. All right. Back
All right.
into the break.
Bye-bye.
It is Willie B's Garage. What an incredible story.
Yeah,
when you
man.
really step back and go, wow. Could it get any bigger? That would be like, Chrysler coming over and saying, Willie, here's a new wide-body Hellcat red-eye Charger. Thanks for everything you're doing. Can we make a commercial?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
I'd be
go.
like, what?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Just from the phone call to them dropping that car off to just saying, here you go for a couple weeks, and his son walking out. And wow, man, that is do we have that video? Can we get that video?
Just posted up KBPI's Facebook page.
All right, man. Yeah, check that out. I'm going to do the same right now. It's 107.9 KBPI.
Garage.